So I think you understood about interface and abstract class, right? So how the interface will be used while programming. So what is the main advantage of interface? We understood. So suppose if you get an idea, so so the idea you can prepare in an interface level. So the idea is nothing but is without so any implementation. Just you will create the like method and what are the inputs is required and what is the return type of that method and what does what actually has to do. So this we will create a document for that, and so we will release that. So someone who wants to implement some solution based on that idea, so those people implement that idea. So like many people can implement the same idea. So but so when the users comes, the users, I mean developers, will try to use that implementation which is suitable for them, so based on their criteria. So this is how the generally so that architecture will be there for this interface and implementation. So if you observe the many APIs, uh, uh, I mean, API in the sense many predefined things, many solutions which is already created. So if you look at that, so they follow the same. Okay. So now today try to understand here uh, about polymorphism, and also I talked about class dot for name. So you understood about class dot for name, guys. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
yeah. Okay, fine. So just I'm going to write a small program, and then I will try to explain the more detail, like how the polymorphism is there, because we already understood compilation time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism by understanding about this method overloading and method overriding. But still, let's try to understand that how the polymorphism concept will be used here, the interface and classes level also, when we are implementing the classes, and what is the main advantage of that. So that's very important, because every framework, every library, so this concept is based on this concept only. And coming to the program, let me write the program here. So I'm just closing this. Let me go to here. So new, just I'm going to one document, so that so anyway, so this is the text document. Just let me write, just hi. It's already hidden that extension. Let me unhide that. Just close it. Now the extension is had open, and here the program is. Let me write the program. Here that is a So what was the example we were looking at the last time? Code stream arithmetic, and then let's change the program to Java. That's it. Fine. So public interface. Okay, let me increase the font size here. So how to increase this? What happened to this man? So this
Shift
is the
scroll,
actually,
sir.
where is that?
Shift scroll.
No, I'm not. I don't have any mouse. But so it was there, but because it's a new version I installed, maybe the option is changed in a different way. Let me or where font there will be. Screen. Okay, so there will be font option. Yeah, fine. So now I'm going to create an interface. Okay, the interface as usual, which we took the example of that. So code stream arithmetic. So this is what the example we took, and I will try to take another example after this. So you don't worry. Yeah. So now, for now, what we will do is just let me write an idea. So that idea is already we know that many times we discussed. Uh, int y. This is an idea, and this is one more idea, which is that int x comma int y. So this is the one more idea. Let's assume these are the two ideas we have. Okay. So these are the two ideas. How to create a document for this also. Do you know that? So do you know how to create a document for this? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
we have to write the comments, multi line comments, like in like this. So not in a single line comments you have to write. So then so here you have to write something about what is this interface, what it does, and what is the purpose of this, what kind of functionality it should. So more explanation about this interface, and also for each method you can write the same way. For each method you can write the same way, for each method like this. So once you wrote the method level also, so finally if you want to create a document for this, you can create by using java doc command. So java doc command will help us to create a document. So but java doc command, we have to give the input with this .java file. So that .java file will be read by this java doc command, java doc program that will create a document for this program. Okay, so the document not only for interface guys, we can create a document for classes also. So by putting this all the comments, so what it does is it will create a some rich user interface document. So just simply it will be documented, like what is the interface, what are the methods, and so what that method will do, all the comments which we wrote, all the details will be specified in the document. But if anybody want to understand about the program or the library which we created, suppose let us say we have created 10 interfaces. Okay, and we documented that. So we have given to the people, public or whoever want to use that idea. We are not going to give the .java. We are going to give them only a .class file. By the people cannot look at the .class and they cannot understand that, right? So that then, so they need a document what these .classes contains. So .class means what is the compiled programs contains. So what are the methods contains. So or what is the each method, what is the input it takes. These all things understandable by the implementer. So whoever going to implement that idea interface, that person has to know what are the methods and all the details, so that he can understand by only by going through the document, right? So without going through the document, it's very difficult to understand, because if you don't have any document for that, what is that interface and all, it's very difficult for anyone, not only for that, anyone, it is very difficult. So that is the reason. So we the document is very important. What we can call the document is nothing but a API document. What we can call API document. So if you suppose if we create a document for this interface, so then we can call it as a API document. What is API document? What is meaning of API document? API means application program interface.
Programming interface.
Yes, yeah. So that is document. So what is the application? This programming interface, what it contains, all the document, all the information will have that document. Okay. So all the ideas and everything will be there. So for any library, suppose tomorrow you are going to use some idea, some solution, then so that document is required to understand the things. Okay, so that is a very important thing. So interface and this document, you understood, right? How to create already we shown, right? So do you have any doubt on that? How to create it? So still you have, I will explain and I will show you that. Do you have any doubts how to create a document? No, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Fine. So, yeah. So now this idea is ready. Then let me try to implement the different implementation, and let me try to explain that how the polymorphism works, and so what is the main use of that, and let's try to understand today class. There is a class. I'm just giving the name a.java, and let me create one more class b.java. Yeah, b.java. Yeah. So now let me go here a.java. So how to create a class, guys? You know that public class and class name, and as we are implementing, so we have to use the what keyword? Implements keyword. Implements keyword whenever you are implementing the interface. So whenever you are whenever you are inheriting a class, you have to use keyword called extends.
Extend.
So A implements what we have to do here. Code stream arithmetic. So this is the class which we this is the interface which we are going to implement it. So as usual, so implementation, so I already shown you. Let us say, let me create it the program, like so public int add method, so which takes int m and int n. So these are the two int parameters, and this is the logic. I'm going to write it. Okay, let us say return am plus n. So this is the program. So like this. Now, if I compile this program, will it compile, guys? If I compile this program, will it be compiled? So let us say I will try to compile this a.java. So is there any issue in the code, or if I compile, will it
Sir.
compile?
No, sir. It treated as abstract class.
What is that? It written as abstract class.
Not written, sir. Treated.
No, what is the problem in this code? So why the compiler will not compile? Let me compile. Java C is not working. So how to set a path, guys? Because we are getting this error. Why we are getting this error? No idea. Yeah. So when I use the Java C command, so it's not working. Java C is not recognized as internal or external command. What is the problem in this?
Set path, sir.
Path
Why we need to set path?
to
So
the location.
huh?
To know the location.
So to know the location for whom?
Processor.
It has to know the location. Which location? What they want. So Java compiler we are trying to use with the help of operating system. Operating system has to know where that Java C is available. Otherwise, Java operating system cannot run that. So where that Java compiler is available, we know that, right? It's available in a C program file Java JDK bin folder. Okay, so that location we are giving to the operating system by with the help of path variable. So then from the path variable, the operating system will try to get it. Now it's working. Now Java C, what is that? A dot Java. So a dot Java, I'm trying to compile. So what is the problem in this code? So what it is saying, A is not abstract and doesn't override abstract method sub, because that code stream arithmetic interface contains two ideas, but we implemented only one idea. So that means two methods, but we implemented only one method. So that is the reason whenever you are implementing any interface, that class should implement all the methods of the interface. Then only you can compile. Otherwise, the compiler will not allow you to compile. So if you still want to compile because you don't know how to implement that sub, but still you want to implement, then what you can do is you can use that class as a abstract class. Okay, abstract class. So when you use the abstract keyword for this class, now even if you have incomplete implementation, only some of the implementation, then the compiler will allow you to compile. Now look at this. Now I'm compiling. The compiler is not saying anything. It's successfully compiled. Okay. So but still, if I create an object for this class, can we create object for this class? Can we create? So I just have a abstract class. Can we create it? Guys, please respond. So, oh, sorry. Yeah. Can we create an object for this class? A.Java A class, which I compiled just now. So, can we create or not? So, I'm just going to create object for a class. So, look at this, how I am going to create object for this class. So public static void main string args. Yeah. So now, so what is the problem in this program now? So this is a method public. Let me treat this as a test class, and now let me go here. So now I will try to use that. What is that class name? Okay. Now I will try to create object for a class. So if I create like this, is there any problem here? So can we do like this? Can we create object for this class? Guys, can we create? So we already compiled, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what I'm asking here is I just created an interface, and I just created a class, implementation class, but I implemented only one method, and then I just made that class as an abstract because it's not compiling. So without implementing all the methods, but still I don't know how to implement that. Let's assume. and but I want to compile that, but for that I added a keyword called abstract keyword for the class. Now that this time compiler is allowed to compile. So now a dot class is ready, and codestream arithmetic dot class is also ready. If you can see that here in the location, the dot classes, two dot classes you see is generated. One is codestream arithmetic dot class, and another one is a dot class. So when we compile a dot class, what is the dependency for the a dot class? A dot Java. The dependency for the a dot Java is this interface, because so we are using this interface right in this program. So then we can say it's a dependency on depending on this arithmetic code stream arithmetic interface. That is the reason it's also compiled. Java compiled is compiled that particular class also, particular dot Java also. That is the reason we got do dot classes. Okay. Now my question is, I will try to create object for this class, a class. Now, so will it work? Is there any issue in this code? Can we create?
Abstract classes, we cannot create objects, sir.
Okay, so yeah, correct. So we cannot create object for abstract classes. So we cannot. Let me compile first the program Java Java C. So test dot Java Java C test dot Java. So now see, look at this. What is the compiler is saying? Java A is abstract, cannot be instantiated, because even compiler is informing you are trying to instantiate program. You wrote the program, but you instantiated means what is my meaning of that? Creating object. So you cannot do it. So we cannot create object for any abstract classes.
Abstract
Okay.
class.
So but still, suppose if you don't have this object of that class, can we call the methods? We cannot call, right, without creating object of the class. It's not possible, right? Is it possible?
No,
No, sir.
It's
sir.
not possible. It's not possible, right? So now, so then it is useless now. It is useless means as you don't have a option to create objects. So then, but what is the option is, suppose if someone know how to implement the sub method, and that person you can extend this class. Extend this class means so inherit this class. So when inheriting like this, how to inherit the class, any class? Now let me write a program b.java. b.java.
Already b.java in this.
Oh, we already created. Good. So now let me go to here b.java. So let me write public class public class. What is the
Class
name?
B,
Class
B sir.
B.
Extend class A.
Extends. Actually, we have to extend that. That's our plan, right?
Yes sir.
Extends. Yeah. Extends class A. So when we are extending this class, so what I'm planning to do is I'm trying to implement for the sub method like this. Okay, so these are the things. So let's make this this is a public. Okay. Public. Okay. So now I'm going to write a logic for this as m minus n. This is the logic I wrote. So now I will try to compile this program. So let us see how the compiler will work. So what I did here, Java C b.java. B.java, what I did, just implemented the which is the remaining method which is not implemented. So what is it saying? B.java is not found. Okay. So where we are actually, course we already saved, right? Okay. Let me go here. So b.java is there. Why it's saying that not? Yeah. So understood. Actually, b.java is saved in it with the two dots here. So if you clearly observe the program here, so I saved it with the two dots. That is the reason it doesn't take it. So only one dot I use it now. So now let me compile. Java C B dot Java. Now, so what is the problem in this code? Yeah? So M cannot find symbol M and N because we don't have any M and N, right? So I, by mistake, instead of that, I just kept like this because it's supposed to be A minus B, right?
Yes, sir.
Because the variable we declared is a AB, not MN. So if you declare MN, you can use MN because it seems that where is the M, where is the N, the compiler is not able to understand. That is the reason it gave the error, cannot find symbol. Okay, Java C B dot Java. Now the compilation still is there. What happened to this program? I saved it. No? This new notepad is creating a problem. Okay, I saved the program, right? How? That's very surprising. Let me close this first and let me go here. There is a two dot. Let me remove this. Now it seems program is there now, but still my change is not affected. Okay, now I did this A minus B and let me compile this moment. So how to compile Java C dot Java. So now this moment is compiled successfully, right? Now if I create an object for this class, will it work? So now I'm going to create object for this class. Okay, object for this class. So like this, directly I'm creating object and B. So now this moment, how about this code? So will it work? Will compiler will say anything about this code? Guys, please respond. Test.java. Test.java. I'm trying to compile. Now this time compile is not saying anything because it's possible. So now we are able to create object for which class, guys? B class. And now by using the B reference, how many methods we can call? How many methods we can call? We can call add method and sub method, both methods, right? So it is possible to call because this is so now we can say the complete implementation class is a B for the interface called code stream arithmetic. So now so look at this. Some other people also implement in such same way. Okay. So but by creating this, suppose tomorrow you want to change the implementation. Today you are using B implementation and you your program is built on B. Tomorrow you want to change and some other day you want to change the implementation of other one. Like some other people implemented the same idea, but you want to change it. In that case, what you have to do, if you write like this, you have to change all the code again. But without changing the code at all, so but just you want to change the implementation class, that's it, the name of the class, and remaining code will work as is well. So if you want to make that flexibility, you have to declare a variable. You have to declare a variable with interface name. You have to declare a variable with interface name, because if you declare a variable with interface name, what will happen, so you just declared a variable with interface name, and so by using this interface reference variable, you can hold any class implementation or object. But if you declare only particular that class, you can hold only that class object, right? So suppose if you declare like this, so now this reference variable CA, this reference variable can hold any implementation class object, right? So any object, any implementation class. Suppose tomorrow we have, there are 100 implementations, okay, 100 class objects. Any one of the class object can hold by this reference variable. Now there is no issue of if you change the code also. Okay, then let us assume now I am using this B class object and holding into this one. By using CA, how many methods I can call? I can call two methods of that idea.
Two methods.
Okay. So like, add method I can call like this. like 7 comma 8. So like this, and the semicolon ca dot sub, there is a like 5 comma 9, something like this. So now I'm able to call this add and sub method. So what are the methods of that idea, that interface? So now, so I just write this. So just assume I'm just for two methods we are understanding, but let's assume there is a lot of methods, lot of interfaces we used in all the program. But tomorrow you want to change the implementation, but you have to change only this part, guys. But remaining code is not required to change. If you use the class reference variable with other than this code stream, like interface reference variable, you have to change all the code. But if you use the reference variable of the interface, and if you are trying to hold that implementation class object, so tomorrow if you want to change that the code and all, so I mean implementation itself, today you are using B company implementation, tomorrow there will be XYZ company you want to implement, use that. Just you need to change this code. Apart from that, nothing. Okay, but still, if you use the same class reference variable, because all the code you have to change. You got the point, na? So that is a flexibility, but still, but how we will use it? Only the implementation class change is fine. But still, we already discussed how to create an object without using a new keyword. We already understood, right? So you guys understood about what is class dot for name. So guys, do you have an idea of the class dot for name? Any idea?
Yes.
Any idea of the class dot for name?
Yes, sir.
I think last class I discussed it, right? Who don't know about this class dot for name? Please let me know. Class dot for name. What is the purpose of class dot for name, guys? What is the purpose of class dot for name? What is the input it takes? What is the input we have to pass? Suppose if you want to create an object for a class, so we can create an object in a different way also by using this class dot for name also we can create it. But as of now, you know only what is that new keyword. You have to use new keyword and call the constructor, then so that object will be created by the JVM. So based on that line. But we have to understand another way of creating object for a class by another way. So by using class dot for name, suppose I want to create object for B class only. I just have to pass the class name here, and then this is the code which I already discussed. This is a code. Okay. Okay. Now let us see. I just created. So now after that, I am just holding that object O. So what is that? C dot new instance. There is a method called new instance. New instance method, which is a part of class. A class is called a class. Is there? That is a part of java.lang package. It is available. So just class dot for name will help us to create an object for a class without using a new keyword. Are we using new keyword here? So here we are not using, just the first line of the two lines of code we are using to create object. Okay, the first line of the code is class dot for name. For name method we are passing which class object, for which class you want to create object. That class we have to pass within the double quotation as a string parameter for this for name method. And then that will return, for name method will return the type is a class, and we are holding that the class information on the C variable. And by using the C reference variable, we are calling a method called new instance method. And that new instance method, it will create an object for that class which we provided in the for name as an input. And then that object is holding by O. Why I am using the object O? Because object is a super class for all the classes, right? Tomorrow I will change here. I will change here the another class, like a C class. Then I don't need to change this code, because object reference variable can hold that class object also. Because not only B class object, it can hold anything. Suppose if I write only B, but because tomorrow I change the C, but again I have to change the code here also. So that is the reason. So I'm just taking that. And after that, And after that, I'm going to typecast it. What is meaning of typecast is converting one type to another type is nothing but a typecasting. Suppose I want to, because the O is holding which class object, what is the class we passed the for name method, that class object is holded by that O reference, because this for name will load the class and it will hold the information in the C variable, and then by using the new instance method it will create an object, because completely say without using a new keyword we are trying to create an object for a class, and then we are holding that object, but still we want to typecast it to interface, or else we can do like this, because this code stream arithmetic, you know that code stream arithmetic. So what is that? What is that code stream arithmetic? Guys, what is that code stream arithmetic? It's an interface, right? So it is an interface. So what I will try to do is I am just converting this O to code stream arithmetic, CA. Let us say new typecasting means converting one type to another type, but which is not possible in a different kind of thing, because O is holding some kind of object and I am trying to hold convert into this type. What is this type? Is code stream arithmetic type. So let me do this. Copy and paste it here. Look at this. Whoa. Okay. So now, so what is the code of this is O is holding, O is a object, a reference variable. Okay. So it is holding some object. So I'm converting that by using these braces. I'm converting the O to code stream arithmetic and then code stream. So now what will happen? You know, tomorrow you will change A. You don't need to change the below code. Tomorrow B, you don't need to change the, because you are going to use a class which is the implementation class of code stream arithmetic interface. Because if you create 100 classes, 100 implementation classes by some different people also, you want to use any one of that, that's okay, because tomorrow you are going to use B 100. So B100 is a class which is the implementation of 100 implementation, but still you don't need to change the below code, because the only the class name is going to change, because the remaining code will work as usually, but while executing that implementation works. What is the class you give? But you don't need to change that. This is the flexibility of using this class dot for name and an interface level, because this interface can hold any class, any implementation class object, right? If you change that any implementation class name here, so that we don't need to change this all the code. So that is the main use of, this way. Now let us say now I want to call a methods. So by using a CA, can I call? So now let us see how many lines of code we have here. So look at this code, guys. These are the lines of code. Okay, so this is the code we are using. Okay, this is the code for object creation. What is the class we want to create object? By using another way, by using class dot for name concept. And this is the code we are using after creation of object. So because you don't need to change any code, because simply you have to change what you have to change, guys. Tomorrow you don't want to use this implementation, use that other implementation, just change the class name, that's it, but remaining will work as usual. So this is the flexibility. And but still but in future when we are in a real time, we are not going to use in a double quotation, because we are going to store in some property file. We are read that data from property file, we will pass it. So without looking at the code itself, without changing the code itself, by changing in some small file, automatically the program will work differently, because by taking that implementation. So that we will see in the future. But as of now, what you have to understand is how to create an object for a class by using another option, by using class dot for name, and what is the advantage of that, and how to call the methods of the by using object reference variable, what is the use of new instance. These are the things we have to understand, guys. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, do
Yes,
you have
sir.
any doubts?
No, sir.
No doubts.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, guys, thank you. We'll meet on next tomorrow. So just be prepared for the test tomorrow. We have a test tomorrow. So you know that, right? So there is a test will be
Okay,
there.
sir.
Yeah.